They have been woven into the very fabric of our driving lives, whispered from one generation to the next. From the merely foolish to the fatally flawed, these are the 23 deceptions about your car that you have been led to believe. Some will merely cost you money, while others will silently destroy your vehicle from the inside out. But stay with me, because the final myth I will expose is a lie so reckless, it is responsible for snuffing out tens of thousands of lives, year after year. Our journey into the dark begins with a phantom menace, a lie so pervasive it's posted on nearly every gas pump in the nation. 40% of you believe that the phone in your pocket is a pocket-sized incendiary device, one stray signal away from turning the station into an inferno. But this is pure fiction, a grand misdirection. The Federal Trade Commission and the National Fire Protection Association have long known the truth. The signs are not there to prevent an explosion. They are there because the true danger isn't your phone, it's your distracted mind. The real, invisible killers at the pump are the colossal sparks of static electricity you generate yourself. This is why you must turn off your engine, why you must never re-enter your car while refueling, and why you must touch metal before the nozzle. The cell phone is a scapegoat. The true danger is you. Next, we unravel a pseudoscientific hack whispered among penny pinchers that filling your tank in the cold morning air magically saves you money. The theory is that colder liquid is denser. It is a beautiful illusion, but an illusion nonetheless. Your gasoline is not stored in the open air. It is buried deep underground in insulated tanks where the temperature remains almost perfectly constant, day or night. Furthermore, modern pumps are calibrated for temperature, rendering the entire scheme useless. Even if it were true, the savings would amount to a paltry $37 a year. The secret to saving money isn't a thermometer. It's avoiding the lie that comes next. It is the great seduction at the pump, the promise of premium. 16 million drivers are currently paying a surcharge for a liquid their car not only doesn't need, but may actually resent. They believe it cleans the engine or boosts performance. This is a lie. Premium fuel possesses a higher octane, a property required only by the violent compression inside high-performance turbocharged engines. Pumping it into a standard vehicle can actually decrease fuel economy. It will not make your car faster, cleaner, or more efficient. It will only make your wallet lighter. Then there is the logical fallacy of overfilling, the belief that topping off after the click gets you more for your money. In reality, you are committing an act of expensive self-sabotage. That excess fuel doesn't just sit in the tank, it floods a critical and delicate component known as the evaporative emissions system. It saturates a charcoal canister never meant to touch raw liquid, leading to a silent and certain death for the system, a repair that can cost you $1,000. To add insult to injury, that extra fuel you paid for, some of it is siphoned straight back into the station's nozzle, meaning you paid for gas you didn't even get. Look to the highways and you will see the shredded remains of tires, which popular wisdom blames on retreads. This is a slander against the unsung hero of the trucking industry. Extensive federal investigations have confirmed that a properly manufactured retread is every bit as safe and durable as a new tire, for 40% less cost. The debris you see on the road comes from poor maintenance and abuse, not from the tire's origin. The real tire sin is not buying retreads but committing the next error. You have been conditioned to look for a number on the side of your tire and believe it is the sacred key to proper inflation. You are being deceived. That number is not a recommendation. It is a warning. It is the absolute maximum pressure the tire can withstand before catastrophic failure. The true, correct pressure for your specific vehicle is hidden away, not on the tire, but on a placard inside your driver's side door and in your owner's manual. Driving on overinflated tires destroys your handling and wears them out prematurely. Driving on underinflated tires drastically increases the chance of a blowout and hemorrhages your fuel economy. There is also an ancient ritual, passed down from the age of primitive engines, which dictates that once a car has seen 130,000 miles, it requires a thicker, heavier oil. In the old days of loose engine tolerances, this held a kernel of truth. But applying this archaic logic to a modern, precision-engineered engine is like pumping molasses into its veins. Thicker oil strains the engine, struggles to circulate on startup, where 90% of all wear occurs, and will eventually kill the oil pump, leading to a $4,000 engine replacement. You are also the victim of a dogma, the ghost of maintenance past, the 3,000-mile oil change. This was once necessary. It is no longer. With the alchemy of modern synthetic oils, today's engines can effortlessly go 7,500, 10,000, even 15,000 miles between changes. To change it sooner is to pour perfectly good money and resources down the drain. Now, for a paradox of physics. The belief that running your air conditioner always burns more fuel than opening the windows is only partially true. At low, city speeds, yes, the windows win. But as your speed increases, the calculus flips. The aerodynamic drag created by open windows becomes a monstrous force, forcing your engine to fight harder and burn far more fuel than the air conditioner ever would. At 55 miles per hour, open windows can slash your efficiency by 20%, while the AC only costs you 10%. The transmission is the soul of your car, yet it is surrounded by a terrifying myth that changing its fluid can destroy it. The truth is more nuanced and far more critical. For a well-maintained vehicle, a fluid change every 30,000 miles is its salvation. But if a transmission has been neglected for 100,000 miles, its old, dirty fluid contains particles that have become the very friction material keeping it alive. In that specific dire case, changing the fluid is like pulling the keystone from a crumbling archway. The lesson is not to fear the fluid change, but to fear neglecting it. When your engine belt begins to scream, you are told a bar of soap or a spray of WD-40 is the answer. This is a fool's remedy. You are not fixing the problem. You are merely gagging the victim. That squeal is a cry for help, signaling a worn belt, a failing pulley, or a weak tensioner. Applying a lubricant not only masks the symptom, allowing the underlying disease to worsen, but it can also degrade the rubber, leading to a sudden, complete failure on the highway. It is called antifreeze, a great misnomer that leads to a $1,000 mistake. Because of its name, those in hot climates believe it is unnecessary. They are dangerously wrong. Antifreeze, when mixed with water, becomes coolant, and its secret power is not just preventing freezing, but radically increasing the boiling point of the water. Plain water boils at 212 degrees, but a proper coolant mixture can withstand temperatures up to 265 degrees. Running on water alone in the summer heat is a direct path to a blown head gasket and a cracked engine block. A repair that can cost up to $2,000. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of your car's electrical system. Installing a battery with a higher voltage, like a 24-volt in a 12-volt system, will unleash electrical hell, destroying your car's wiring. A physically larger battery that doesn't fit properly is a hazard. While a higher cold cranking amp rating can help in winter, the battery has almost nothing to do with engine power. A campaign of fear has been waged against hybrid vehicles, claiming they are prohibitively expensive to maintain. The staggering cost of a replacement battery, up to $8,000, is always the headline. What they don't tell you is that these batteries are designed to last for 150,000 miles or 15 years and are backed by warranties for up to a decade. Meanwhile, a conventional car will go through 4 or 5 regular batteries. Hybrids also experience significantly less wear on their brakes and gasoline engines, making them cheaper to maintain over the long run. The belief that a manual transmission always yields better gas mileage is a cherished memory, but it is no longer the truth. The relentless march of technology, specifically the continuously variable transmission, or CVT, has changed the game. These intelligent, automatic systems can keep the engine in its most efficient range at all times, achieving up to 10% better fuel economy than a human driver with a clutch. The manual may be more engaging, but it is no longer the king of efficiency. An echo from the age of carburetors still haunts us. The idea that turning your engine off and on at a stoplight wastes more fuel than idling. This is utterly false for any modern, fuel-injected car. According to the Department of Energy, idling for more than 10 seconds uses more fuel than restarting the engine. That is why modern vehicles are now equipped with start-stop technology, a system that would not exist if this myth were true. Every minute you spend idling is fuel you are turning directly into poison for no reason. They are sold as bottled tune-ups, miracle elixirs that promise to clean your engine like new.